welcome back to my music story time. I've been meaning to do these a lot more often, but I haven't done them. So this one, I hope you like the new setup with my Martin here beside me. This one is all about 1 year ago today, October 2nd, 2017. One of my heroes died. 1 year ago on October 2nd, Thomas Earl Petty died of an accidental prescription drug overdose. And I'm going to tell you about my experience at the time upon hearing that he had passed falsely, that he was actually died, how I felt about it, and how I felt about this past year and how I've dealt with it, and what I've done in his memory and stuff like that. So I'm going to start with where I was. October 2nd, 2017 started as just another day. It was a Monday, and I had to go to work. And I went to work, and for some reason, I was playing a lot of Tom Petty that day. We were listening to a lot of Tom Petty at work. And then, comes to find out, I see a text message from my brother saying Tom Petty had been rushed to the hospital. And I thought, oh no, this can't be true. So I had to search it up, and I searched it up, and little enough, everybody was reporting Tom Petty has been rushed to the hospital with an apparent cardiac arrest. He's in critical condition. And then later on that day, they falsely reported that he had died, but he actually hadn't died. He was still alive, but they were saying that he'd been pulled off of life support and he was brain dead. So I went on my day, still held out hope, like you always gotta hold out hope, and I held out hope that he'd pull through, because I thought, and I still think, that the world still needs Tom Petty. He's a master songwriter. He's one of the most underrated songwriters of all time. We still needed him to tell that story, stories of the world, of not backing down, of following your dreams, all that stuff. We still needed him. And then when I got home, I had checked my phone, and they had posted, right when I checked, that Tom Petty died at 8:40 p.m. on October 2nd at the age of 66, just 18 days short of his 67th birthday. And a couple days, about 12 days before my birthday, which is October 14th. So we shared the same birthday month, and we're pretty close with our birthdays. So I cried. I posted a thing on Instagram, which is right here, from a year ago, saying, after a day of heartbreak and confusion, it has been confirmed that Tom Petty officially died at 8:40 p.m. on October 2nd at the age of 66, just 18 days short of his 67th birthday, after suffering cardiac arrest at his home, which at the time, we didn't find out till like 6 months later that it was an accidental prescription drug overdose. So at the time, they were saying it was just a cardiac arrest. I continued with, I can't express how much Tom Petty and Tom and the Heartbreakers have impacted my life and the way I see the world, from songs like I Won't Back Down or Running Down a Dream. He helped me realize my purpose and place in this world. I was honored enough to see him this past July in Toronto for the first and little did I know the last time. I had dreams of meeting him one day and talking about his great career and our love for everything rock and roll and Elvis and songwriting. I would have loved to talk to him about writing songs. I thought that dream might come true, too. I could talk about how great Tom Petty was, but to truly understand, you must read his biography, watch his documentary, and interviews to truly understand how great of a man he was. To the man I got to watch perform live but never know, you're the person I ain't afraid to say this to. Thank you for everything, and I love you. Rest in peace, Thomas Earl Petty, 1950 to 2017. And then I concluded with hashtag rest in peace, Tom Petty. So what I had done that day, after I posted that, through tears, is Tom Petty has touched my life and millions and millions of others' lives with his songs, with his songwritings, with his dry wit, his Tom Petty's Buried Treasure show on Tom Petty Radio on Sirius XM. And so I picked up my guitar. I picked up, actually, this guitar right here, and I started strumming out. Learning to Fly. And then when I started singing it, I couldn't. I broke down, and I had to stop. I was also had a cold, so I was like trying to play this song with a cold. So I stopped and I immediately turned on my TV, went to Netflix, and I turned on the Running Down a Dream documentary, and I started watching that. And I was just like, man. And I woke up the next day, and I was sad for like a while. There was another artist besides Elvis that's touched me like Tom Petty has. And Tom Petty, and I was like, man, now I got like a favorite artist that's alive. It's my favorite band. Nobody's gonna say otherwise because these guys are amazing musicians, made amazing songs. So then eventually, I just did like a whole like beer like pulling out, and took like a week and a half, and I was like, okay. I took the week off from an open mic that I go to, which is where every August 16th I do a tribute for Elvis. And I was like, okay, well, tomorrow, 2 days is the mic. I'm sick. So I took a week off, posted on Facebook and everything, let everybody who had the mic know that I was taking the week off. And I'd be back the week after to do a Tom Petty tribute. And the week after came, and I asked, I was like, how many people did Tom Petty tribute? So like, oh, this many people did this, somebody did Learn to Fly. So I'm like, okay, so it's kind of good that I took a week because everybody was doing all these Tom Petty songs. So but the only difference was I was doing a whole set. So I did a whole set. I started with Learn to Fly, and I ended it with American Girl, which is the last song I heard Tom and the Heartbreakers perform live in Toronto. And then that came, and then now he's been a steady since I got into him, since I started learning the songs. He was a steady. Every week I do a Tom Petty song at the mic because I love doing it, and then he brought on an even bigger me. It's like I'm carrying on like a legacy of this man that not a lot of people appreciated enough when he was alive. And that he didn't really know about, which he even stated in his last interview, that the 40th anniversary tour was like a slap on the back they never had from. So a year later, I still miss Tom Petty. I still think Tom Petty was needed in this world. He was an artist that had a lot left to say and a lot left to do. He was obviously producing and mentoring the Shelters, who were just getting their start their career, supposed to do their second album. He was planning the Wildflowers box set, which he had been planning for quite a while. And then he was going to do a tour with that after he got his hip surgery, and he dealt with all his health problems, and he took a break. And 6 months later, we found out he had knee problems, he had the start of emphysema, and he had cracked hip that over the course of the tour turned into a broken hip, which Tom should have went and got help and got surgery, but that's not who Tom Petty was. He was about the fans. He felt like he owed it to the fans. He felt like he owed it to the crew, and he was going to do this tour. It was his biggest tour he ever did. He was on top of the world, and then he was gone. A year later, I still miss Tom Petty. Like I said, still think the world needs him. I still play his songs about religiously. I still listen to his music religiously. They just released the American Treasure box set, which I will do a review of hopefully by Friday, and that is an amazing box set. Some good rarities on there that you never heard of. Some good rarities, some good unreleased stuff, some really good live stuff, and today I'm posting two things. I'm posting this video, which I think will come up first, and then I'm posting a tribute song, which will be Learning to Fly, which since he's died, has become my favorite Tom Petty song. It brought on a whole new meaning when he died. It's like I felt the last year, anybody that's Tom Petty fan, anybody that was close to Tom Petty has been learning to fly without him this past year. So that's what's going to be happening. You're getting two videos today in memory of Tom and everything he did in his life for his fans, his family, his crew, his friends, and the impact he left on the world. And I think that concludes this story time. Thank you all for tuning in. I got my second Tom Petty shirt on today, which I found when I went in January. After he died, I went to the States and I found it there. So that's about everything. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll speak to you guys next time. And Tom Petty, rest in peace.